Here's what my mornings used to look like. Open my laptop, check messages, reply to something urgent, realize that I've missed something else, open my task list, which is basically a graveyard of things I meant to do last week, feeling vaguely overwhelmed before I've even had my coffee, and then spend the next 8 hours being pulled from one thing to the next and never quite sure if I'm working on the right things. I was busy constantly and I wasn't making the progress I wanted. The problem wasn't that I didn't work hard enough. The problem was that I was letting my day be shaped by whatever came at me rather than designing it on purpose. So today I'm going to show you exactly how I fix that. My actual weekly planning system, my actual daily structure, and the tool I use to make it work with a full work through so that you can see it in practice. I'm Lisa, I run TutorBoss, a coaching business for tutoring business owners. And before that, I built and sold a tutoring company with 200 students and over 35 tutors. One of the things I coach my clients constantly is the difference between being busy and being productive. Being reactive to your day rather than designing it. And the system I'm gonna show you today is the one that I actually use myself, not a theoretical framework, but my real flow. So the tool is called Sensama. I'll be doing a screen walkthrough throughout this video, but I want to be clear up front, this isn't a video about software. It's a video about how tutoring business owners who want to operate like a CEO actually can structure your time. Sensama is just what I use to implement it. Let's get into it. Let me describe something I see constantly with tutoring business owners I work with. They are far from lazy, they're not disorganized, they work hard. But when I ask them what they did last week, they struggle to answer. Not because nothing happened, but because everything that happened was reactive. A parent issue, a tutor question, a task that couldn't wait, an inquiry that came in at the wrong time. And so by the end of the week, they've been busy for 5 days and they haven't moved a single strategic needle. Here's why this happens. Tutoring businesses generate a constant low-level noise of operational demand. Parent messages, scheduling changes, tutor communications, billing questions. If you don't have a structure that actively protects your high value time from all of that noise, the noise is going to win every time because it always is there and it always feels like it's super urgent and it needed to be done yesterday. The challenge is that the work that actually grows your business, just strategic thinking, the offer development, the marketing, the systems building, that work is almost never urgent. It doesn't have that deadline that screams at you. So it gets pushed and pushed and pushed to the back burner. Until one day you realize you've been running your business for 6 months and you haven't made a single strategic decision because you've been too busy managing operations. Now, this isn't a CEO problem, this is a calendar problem. And calendar problems have calendar solutions. So before I show you the tool, I want to give you the thinking behind it. Because if you just copy the software setup without understanding the philosophy, then it's not going to work. There are 2 types of work in a tutoring business owner's life. I call them the CEO work and the operator work. The CEO work is the stuff only you can do. Strategic decisions, offer design, showing up on camera, relationships with key clients or partnerships, the thinking that shapes where the business is going. This work requires your full attention and it can't be done in a quick 5-minute window between messages. It needs protected time, usually in the morning when your cognitive capacity is at its best. Operator work is everything else, responding to messages, admin, rescheduling, financial admin, following up on tasks. The work is real and it's necessary, but it doesn't require your best thinking. It can be batched, it can be delegated, it can be done last thing in the day when your energy is lower. Most tutoring business owners have these 2 completely mixed together. CEO work gets interrupted by operator work constantly. And because operator work feels urgent and CEO work feels optional, operator work is always going to win. So the system I'm going to show you is built around one core principle. It's that to protect your CEO time first, everything needs to go around it. That is it. That is the whole philosophy. Okay, goodbye. No, I'm kidding. Let me show you how to actually put it into practice. So I do my weekly planning on Friday afternoon or Monday morning. It takes between 20-30 minutes depending on how complex the week is. And this is a non-negotiable. This is the single habit that makes everything else work. So here's what I'm doing and what you're looking on the screen. So Sunsama gives you a weekly view where you can see all 7 days laid out. The first thing I do is I look at the week as a whole, what's already in the calendar, what commitments I have, and what is non-negotiable. So Sunsama integrates with Google Calendar, so any existing calendar events, mastermind calls, community calls, coaching sessions, they actually pull straight in. I can see immediately where my time is committed before I start planning anything. The next thing I do is I pull tasks from my other tools. I work primarily out of ClickUp as my project management tool, and Sunsama actually connects to it. I can see tasks that are sitting in ClickUp and I can drag them directly into my Sunsama day plan without switching between apps. This is one of the things that I love most about Sunsama. It's not trying to replace your project management tool. It's the daily and weekly layer that sits on top of everything else. Your tasks can live wherever they want to live. Notion, Trello, whatever you use, Sunsama is just where you decide when you're actually doing them. So now I've allocated my tasks to the days, and this is where the CEO versus operator distinction actually lives in my calendar. I protect majority of my Mondays for CEO work. That is my deep work time, strategic planning, deep thinking, versus with content creation, for example, this video script would actually be written on a Thursday. So the key here is that on Monday, I do not have any calls beside my team members. And so these 2 calls here with Vic and Hara is with my CMO, my Chief Marketing Officer, and my online business manager. And this aligns with the strategic CEO day because then I can relay any of my strategic planning with my team members. I don't reply to any messages until after 4 p.m. This work here is the work that requires my best thinking. Everything that is operational, messages, admin, follow-ups, team check-ins, these always get allocated to my afternoons or to Wednesday and Thursday, which are the latter half of the week, which are more operational days. Fridays, I want to keep lighter. This is where I end up doing my weekly review and set up the following week. The visual of the week matters here. When I look at my Sunsama weekly view, I can see that my Monday mornings are protected. It's not just a plan, it's a commitment that I've made to myself. So something has to be really urgent to actually break that commitment, which almost always, nothing ever is. Quick one before we go into the daily ritual. If one of your reasons your CEO time keeps getting eaten is that you're still doing the work that should be off your plate, I've got a free delegation scorecard that shows you exactly where your bottleneck is. So it's 16 questions, 4 categories, and it takes about 3 minutes. Link it is in the description if you want to step into your CEO self. And if you want to go deeper on the CEO versus operator framework with me directly, the Tutor Boss Mastermind is where we do that type of work. So link is also in the description. This is the work that I do with my clients where I help set them up to sell businesses so they can free themselves completely from the business or to shift from being a solopreneur to having a team of tutors working under them. All right, back into it. So let's talk about the daily planning ritual. Each morning, usually before I do anything else, I open Sunsama and I do a quick 5 to 10 minute daily planning check-in. Sunsama has a daily planning mode that prompts you to set an intention for the day. So now I've got all my calls populated here. I've got some ClickUp tasks that I need to fulfill, check messages and email. Let's say that on my list, I need to film content as well. So the questions I ask myself are, what do I want to accomplish today? And what would make today an actual good day? This matters more than it sounds. When you start the day with a clear answer to what am I actually trying to get done today, you make better decisions on what to say yes and no to throughout the day. You can bump back tasks that aren't essential on this particular day if it doesn't make sense, if you're reviewing the timeline and your capacity for the day, and then we can finalize our plan. So let's say that this looks good. The next thing I do is I add time estimates to each task. How long do I actually think this is going to take? This is where most people's planning falls apart. They make lists of 15 things for the day, but they only have 5 hours of actual work time. So here you can see that Sansama shows you a running total of your estimated time worked as you add the tasks. Let's say that my filming is going to take me 6 hours, just for dramatic sake. You can see in real time whether or not your plan is realistic or whether you're setting yourself up to fail by 2 p.m. The key is tracking. You can't track what you don't measure. And if I'm over capacity, and I often am when I first build my day, I make a decision about what moves to tomorrow rather than pretending that I'll somehow do it all. So here I've moved content to May the 14th instead, where I have less things on. This decision made at 8 p.m. is a much better decision than panic at 4 p.m. when you realize that you've missed something. One thing I want to flag specifically for tutoring business owners watching this, your day has a different shape from a standard 9 to 5. You might be able to sleep in the morning, you have admin in the afternoon, and then your sessions in the evening. Your energy peaks might not be when you expect. So build your Sansama template around your actual day, not somebody else's productivity framework. For me, because I have international clients, I often need to conduct coaching calls first thing in the morning for my Australasian clients and late afternoon for the rest of my clients in the US, Canada, and in the UK. In the past, my clients could book in whenever they wanted, and so I was constantly context switching between calls throughout the day. Now, my calls are either first thing in the morning or they are in the late afternoon. And so this leaves me room in between to do my creative and strategic work. After my morning calls, the middle of the day is for my creative and for my strategic work. Admin and operational tasks go late in the afternoon, so late in the afternoon here, but yours might be different. So this system works regardless, you just have to know of your own patterns. I love this because it works so well for me. So the weekly review is the part that most people skip, and it's the part that makes the whole system compound over time. So at the end of each day, Sansama prompts you to do a brief review. What did you complete? What didn't get done? Did the day actually go versus how you actually planned it? I spend about 5 minutes on this, marking things as complete, carrying forward what didn't get done, writing a quick note if something took longer than expected or if something came up that wasn't planned. So this isn't about self-judgment, it's just about data. Over time, you'll start to see patterns. You always underestimate how long content creation takes. Tuesday afternoons are always disrupted by team messages. You consistently overcommit on Thursdays. This type of data is what makes your future planning more accurate over time. So on Fridays, I do the full weekly review. I look at the week as a whole, what moved forward, what got stuck, what am I carrying into next week? And then I do a light sketch of the following week, not the full planning session, but just flagging so I know what's coming up next. Sansama has a channel where you can add notes to your weekly review. I use this to write 1 or 2 sentences about what this week taught me about my time, my energy, and what I should do differently. It takes about 2 minutes, and it's probably the highest leverage 2 minutes of my week. So I want to be honest about something before I wrap this up, because I think that this is going to make this all the more useful for you. This system does not survive exam season unchanged. When it's peak season, you've got high client demand, maximum energy output, the business running at full pace. My carefully designed days get compressed. The deep work windows get shorter, the operational noise gets louder, and sometimes the weekly review on Friday is just a survival check rather than a strategic reflection. And that's okay. That's just the reality of having a business. The point of a good system is not that it never breaks down, it's that when it does break down, you know what you're coming back to. You don't have to rebuild everything from scratch every time things go sideways. The structure is here waiting for you when the intensity drops. After every exam season, I do a slightly longer reset, usually a Sunday where I can spend an hour on Sansama doing a proper week build and reminding myself what my actual priorities are. This reset takes less than an hour because the system already exists and I'm just returning to it. That's the value of having a system at all. It's not perfection, it's recovery. It's always got your back. So to bring this together, the difference between a business owner who's constantly busy and versus those who's consistently making progress is whether or not they design their time on purpose or let the day design itself. Protect your CEO time first. Batch your operational work, do the weekly planning ritual without skipping it, and use the daily review to learn about your own patterns over time. Sansama is a tool I use to make all of that concrete and visible. I'll link Sansama in the description below. It's not sponsored, but this is genuinely what I've been using for the past 2 years. And if you want to find out how well you're actually protecting your CEO time, whether your delegation is holding up or letting it down, I've got a free delegation scorecard, 16 questions across 4 key ideas. Takes about 3 minutes. You'll get instant results. It'll show you exactly where your bottleneck is. Link is in the description. And if you want to go deeper on the CEO versus operator distinction, the systems, the framework, the actual work of building a business that doesn't require you for everything, this is what we do inside the Tutor Boss Mastermind. Link is also in the description. Let's get into it. And if you think that these videos are helpful because you also own a tutoring business, my advice is all to do with tutoring business owners, so subscribe to this channel. And if you missed it, I recently released a video on how I built and sold my tutoring business, how I was able to remove myself completely from the business so that I had built a valuable asset that somebody else wanted to come in and buy. Go and check that out. And until I see you guys next time, thank you so much, Tutor Bosses. Catch you soon. Bye.